You can be very brave, you can be organized, you can fight, you can be trained with the weapons, but there is absolutely nothing that you can do when there is a huge pile of metal going on from the sky. So for that, we need Air Force protection systems. It needs to rethink the existing security rules in the alliance, because the veto rule and the abilities for certain countries to block the movements in security, they create issues. Basically, you can have one country paid by Putin, and it will block really good decisions on behalf of EU to move forward with the actions. Same way as it happens in NATO right now in the Security Council. We see that veto rule is proven to be not ineffective, but rather dangerous. And of course, we see that the world is changing to the point where the investments into security need to be drastically larger. Well, first of all, the sanctions need to be a couple of levels stronger. What we see right now is that Putin is getting hit, but he is not getting a knockout. And the most critical point that can be done in Brussels is the sanctions that are prolonged, stronger, and also incentivize other countries to be included in the sanctions. Because when Putin can find the markets everywhere else but Europe, we'll basically change the shape of the world, but we will not change the result that we need. We are grateful for everything that's being done. But of course, there's more that can be done, especially in terms of the weapons. We are asking for Air Force protection systems for the fighter jets to be able to protect our skies from the missiles that he's throwing at us. You can be very brave, you can be organized, you can fight, you can be trained with the weapons, but there is absolutely nothing that you can do when there is a huge pile of metal going on from the sky to kill you and everybody you love. So for that, we need Air Force protection systems, and we have been saying that even before the invasion started. We as a democratic community need to have the strategic plan, and I do not think that this plan exists just yet. So if there is a plan for Moldova in particular, it needs to be a training of your army with the NATO forces and a plan of supplying you with the weapons. We know it's like not surprises or not like some new genius ideas which weapons you may need. And this is why they need to be provided beforehand with the proper security and processes and trainings. But we are all looking at this right now as a preparation of our countries to join NATO, right? Like we say, okay, train our forces, we are using NATO weapons, we are making sure that the processes will align, because all in all, this war will end in having a new security system for the whole democratic world. And I'm sure that Ukraine and Moldova and other countries, they will be part of it. They cannot be excluded. And for that, we are preparing. Because at the end, when Russia will, I hope, collapse, we'll have to look at each other and say, okay, how we are dealing with the world security right now, because our goal would be same as the goal of our ancestors before and after the Second World War II, saying, okay, never again. Well, never again did it work, but we will have to work on never again, again. So the first question is, again, of preventing and securing what we already have remaining. And second point would be also like rebuilding the infrastructure. We know that it's incredibly hard right now, rebuilding them when it's destroyed over and over. But we don't have any other chance. Again, like when we think about giving Ukraine additional fuel supplies, without the proper protection and security, those fuel supplies will be just another targets. And this is why it all ends up in one question. Give us an ability to protect what we already have and what you will give us. Otherwise, it will be a never-ending story, and extremely expensive story. It is concerning that there are many pro-Russian narratives in Moldova informational space, and we see that. And we see that it influences people, and people influence their politicians in making the decisions. So this is why we do think that there is more than can be done, especially that you are under the same threat that all of us are. I don't think that there is a point of seeing Russia as an ally. Russia is a threat. So for that, it makes all kinds of senses to right now be 100% supportive to Ukraine and what is happening, starting from giving the weapons that you still possess that can be useful right now, especially that we do believe that European partners will be refilling these weapons. Second is the informational and political support. And third is, of course, helping us fighting the propaganda together. Because what we see is something that needs to be attacked right now. There are very strong Russian narratives right now in Moldovan media. We checked this right before we were coming, and this is something that needs to be taken care of right now.